My first impression of the town hall meetings, it was more hands-on, that it wasn't just an ordinary class that you always have to go to, where you sit in the classroom.
First town hall, we had 180 participants, where now we have more than 700 people at every town hall. The first town hall, we had 2 community participants. Now at every town hall, we have more than 100.
And it gave you a chance to see that you do have a voice. I knew ahead of time that there are different ways to get involved and you can make a difference, but to actually be taking the class, I actually got to have a voice and pick a certain solution for a particular problem and focus on it, so I really got to be in the work.
There was no way to know when we started how big this would become or how important it would turn out to be to students. At CSU Chico, I work with incoming students to try to help them make a successful transition to college life, but also to try to help them develop adult identities as early as possible. In order to do that, we do something on this campus called public sphere pedagogy, where we take a regular reading, writing, research sequence in a classroom and we embed a public event in it so that students can take that research and enter into dialogue with adults who are interested in what they've been thinking about, what they've been learning, and what they now know. The town hall is one of the most successful versions of this work. It's in the political science class that students take during their first year. And because students prepare to enter into a dialogue with people from the campus and community they recognize as adults, when they have conversations about issues they've researched, they discover that other adults take them seriously as adult participants. And this changes the way they view themselves.
The town hall meeting is particularly important to first-year students because it's a way to introduce them to the conversations and responsibility of higher education to a great degree, much more so than high school. They have greater responsibility, greater freedom in order to pursue learning and to balance the decisions that they make and to particularly be confident in the arguments that they develop. They will be tested in college, significantly more so than they were in high school.
And that was part of the problem of what we call Jim Crow, which again raises questions about the ability to petition government. Okay, so then just to sum that up, civil liberties are prohibitions against government actions that threaten freedom.
The impact of the program is reflected in what students tell us about it. And what they tell us is that through the town hall meeting, they become more confident in their ability to research problems, to present them, to argue both, if not many sides of an argument, and to do so in a way that is civil, that is respectful, and also gets to the heart of what enables a democratic society to work. And that includes those qualities where folks feel comfortable in expressing themselves and also feel challenged in expressing themselves and dealing with the arguments that flow from a healthy debate.
A big part of my job is to assess the effectiveness of the programs that we offer. We look at student writing following the event. We have survey data that we collect. We look at 4-year data, and we know that students who go through the town hall curriculum 4 years later will be more civically engaged than their counterparts who don't go through the curriculum. And we know that they are more likely to persist in college across all 4 years, which frankly is a phenomenal result. I don't know of anything else quite like it in all of first-year experience work nationally. So we're very proud of the fact that we've developed a way of working with students that benefits them, not just during the semester that they have the experience, but throughout their college career.
It's really exciting to watch the evolution of students over the course of the semester. They come in not really sure what to expect. They hear about this town hall meeting program and that their course is a part of the town hall meeting, and they're not really sure what that means. Over the course of the semester, they begin to do research on a policy issue of their choice. They start to think about what matters to them, what they're worried about, what they're excited about, what other people think about this particular issue. They start to try to think about, well, what are some of the problems that I see, and what are some of the solutions that I think could help with this particular problem? In the middle of the semester, they're at a point where they've gotten a lot of information, they've done a lot of research and a lot of work, but they're not sure how they're going to pull out a concise idea about how to solve that particular problem, or at least begin to solve it. By the time they get to town hall night for the actual event, they're nervous. They've done a lot of work, but they're still not sure if they're ready to enter into a conversation about their policy issue. They're not sure what to expect when they get into the room.
I didn't think there would be that many people actually participating in it. I thought it was basically a couple other classes there. And then when I walked in, the room was all filled. All the officials and like the president was there. When I saw a video on the screen, I was mostly just embarrassed because it was on the big screen, and since I wasn't expecting that many people there, it's like, oh, there's my face. But I didn't really have a problem with it, so it was good to like let other people know what our problem and solution was. At first going into it, I felt really intimidated and a little insecure because there was a lot of other people in the breakout session. I was scared to share my solution and get a word in, but then when we went around and started saying our problems and solutions, that was my brief moment of feeling a little powerful because I was sharing what I came up with and how I was going to do it.
Hi, I'm Gracie. The policy problem that I focused on was that most school districts aren't concerned with the overall nutritional factor and the quality that they're serving in their lunches. And
I know somebody that has an interest in this.
My solution was to establish a fresh food program to all the students that are enrolled, specifically K through 6 schools in Butte County that offer an organic and local produce system.
The next day we have a conversation and they're so excited by the experience that they had in the room. They realize that they know so much about that policy issue. They know so much about the topic that they've chosen. And they are, in a lot of ways, just as prepared to discuss the intricacies of this particular issue as the policy expert who's in the room with them and the other students who are in the room with them. Town Hall Meeting incorporates many different students and many different members of our campus community. And we often hear from students and other mentors who are involved in the project that they are changed by their experience in Town Hall Meeting. I've had students who have come to me after Town Hall to say they didn't expect to have the kinds of conversations that they had while they were in that room, and that they now understand that politics and decision making can really be about consensus and conversation, and that's very exciting.
I wasn't a big talker in class. Usually I'm more shy. Within the second or third week of class, I found the topic human trafficking to be very interesting. As soon as I got into the breakout session, I started to get back a little bit of my courage. The topic shifted to my policy solution. I sort of became a little more aggressive and unfortunately dominating the conversation. And then that taught me some self-restraint for when I'm around other people so that I can let them get their voices across. I designed this shirt, which is, the quote under it says, "We the people were not born to become someone else's property," which I believe is a very good quote. I did it myself, doing as much as I can to make people more aware of the issue that human trafficking does exist. As far as the direction in my life, by taking the class I learned a lot more about myself and what I'm capable of and what I find to be most important and what things that I have to do to change it in order to make this world a better place and somehow end slavery once and for all.
One of the incredibly compelling and exciting parts of Town Hall that I hadn't necessarily expected is the collaborative nature of town hall meeting that brings together members of other departments within the campus, faculty members, community members, and students. As a faculty member, the opportunity to be able to sit down and work together with my colleagues to think about ways to provide good teaching opportunities and learning opportunities for our students is something that I hadn't experienced before, and that is a really exciting part of town hall meeting.
The Town Hall program is really one of those programs that cuts across all disciplines, involves students, but also connects them to alumni, to faculty, members of the city, other members of the community as partners with them in the process of practicing the democratic society.
Welcome to the Town Hall meeting. I'm here to inform everyone that we are all about to see and experience life from a new perspective. I'm also here to inform my fellow classmates about the importance of the Town Hall meeting experience. We can learn that we have a voice. So students, this is what I want to ask of you. One thing, as you break up into the smaller groups for discussion, fully submerge yourself in the experience. Please enjoy the growth and empowerment. Go forward and realize you can make a difference. Thank you so much.
You know, you need resistance to build a muscle. You need diverse opinions to build an answer. And all I have to say is allow each other different opinions to vet those opinions, because in doing so, we come up with solutions.
What I'm most looking forward to with this town hall experience is the opportunity to engage the students in a dialogue.
Are you a political science major?
I'm actually an exercise physiology major.
Awesome.
Too often, whether it's in Chico or other parts of the world, there seems to be a polarization of ideas where ideas are not encouraged.
What we're learning here at this university is to be members of the community and be members of our society. And a big part of that is learning how to listen to people and differentiate good information from bad information. And so part of putting that into practice is voting.
What really matters is your passion for the issue. What I think a university of this nature provides is an avenue for those, no matter what your political persuasion is, to become advocates. Advocates for children, the environment, for business. All of that is open. I just love the fire of their passion, of the willingness to share ideas and not being fearful at all.
One of the nice things about our town hall meeting is that it has been recognized as a national model. So it's very gratifying to know that other institutions are watching what we're doing with this program and learning from this. And I think that does two things. First of all, it is very affirming that what we're doing is worthwhile, and it also challenges us to make this program even better, to be aware of the high expectations that other folks have in us. And I think clearly high performance is a consequence of high expectations. So it's something that we're very proud of, and it's something that we feel keenly responsible to do well, because we know other folks are watching on one hand, but more importantly, we know that our students are watching at Chico State.
That and everyday contact, like
focusing